Greetings everyone, Robert Wainscott here, and today I'm going to talk about my new guitar, my 1982 Peavey T-60. And I know what you're thinking. It says in the title there's something in there about inflation and some other stuff going on, and I'll get to that. But the best way to go through it is probably just to put it in story format. So I was doing what I do every day, and that is I was going through Craigslist, I was going through Marketplace, I was going through Reverb, looking at guitars that I might be interested in and could hide. I'm just kidding. I don't hide them from my significant other, though. I doubt you can recognize one from the other. Sorry, that's just how it is. But anyways, so I'm going through Craigslist. I'm actually sorry, Facebook Marketplace, and I see that somebody has a Peavey T-60 for sale. Now, in the 80s, when this was new, I did not want a Peavey T-60. I wanted something cool like George Lynch played, or a really cool, Jackson V like Randy Rhoads played, or just something super cool. I didn't want this. This looked like something they might play on a hee-haw. I could imagine this on hee-haw. People playing this, and I didn't want this. It looked like some lumber from a barn door, and it's real just heavy, and it's just not metal. So I didn't want it, but I want one now because it would be fun to have in my collection. After all, these things are built like just built like tanks. I don't need to get into it, but if you go online and do some research on the T-60, it really is a very innovative guitar. The first guitar produced by a CNC machine. So, they banged out more than 1 million of these. So anyways, I see one on Marketplace, and I think to myself, well, I ought to have that. I don't have that in my collection. It'd be nice to have an American-made guitar from Peavey in my collection. And, they're always inexpensive. No, it's not inexpensive. This thing was listed for $800. And clearly I thought to myself, well, whoever listed this is crazy. Because these are not $800. The Peavey T-60, it's like that one girl in high school that you knew if you asked to prom that she would say yes. It was kind of that fallback. If your house burnt down and you needed a guitar tomorrow, you could go to a pawn shop and you probably get one of these, for $150, or, there was just no shortage of them. They've never been expensive. Again, it was a mass-produced guitar, to Peavey's credit. They figured out a way to bang out a lot of these, and they banged out a lot of guitars that just aren't real cool. And so they're just everywhere, but nope. $800. This guy wanted. So I look on Reverb thinking, this guy's got to be nuts. Clearly I could find him on Reverb all day long for a couple $100, because now I was determined to have one just to spite this unknown person on Marketplace that had listed one. Kind of like, well, I'll show you. So I go on Reverb, and these were selling for $1,000, $1,200. I saw one for $1,500. And I just could not believe it. As a matter of fact, I saw one that was far more beat up than this one for sale for $800, and it was going to be, I think, $129 for shipping or something ridiculous. And so, no, I contacted the guy and went and got it. I said, my gosh, if these are $800 now, what are they going to be two months from now? It was really an inflation kind of eye-opener. And I should mention, at the time I'm filming this, here's some boring stuff guitar players probably don't think about, but, corn, they put corn in everything, that high fructose corn syrup. It's up 140% from last year. It costs that much more. Lumber is up around 300%. Houses, 18%. Different things, different commodities going up and down different ways. Bitcoin, of course, is out of control. But But a Peavey T-60 for $800? That is a real sign of inflation that I wasn't expecting. I mean, anyone, I'm early Gen X, so, I mean, I'm 54 now. And if you throw me into a time machine back when they were making these and said, hey, these things are going to be, people will pay $1,500 for them in the future. I mean, I would have laughed at you. It's completely ridiculous that this guitar has gone up this much. And so I was curious, so I looked at some of the other guitars in my collection. I recently picked up an Epiphone Black Beauty, the Bonamassa Black Beauty, which is a really nice guitar. I did a review on it. I really didn't like the middle pickup. It just gets in the way, but whatever. So I was curious. I said, well, maybe I could sell that and buy some things, that I'd probably play more. And I couldn't believe that people were selling those for double what I paid for it new about 6 months ago. The cost of that's gone up on the used market. It's doubled. It's doubled in 6 months. So that got me even more curious. So I looked up some other guitars that I have that really shouldn't be that expensive. I picked one up. I have an Epiphone Les Paul Deluxe. I think it's a 2000. It's a Korean-made 2000. They only made the Deluxe for a couple years. I actually really like it. It's a great guitar. It's a great looking guitar. And I mean, I picked up mine from, and it was a case queen. I don't think it had ever been played. I picked it up a couple years ago for $350. You can't find them now. Good luck. They used to be kind of everywhere. You can't find them. And when you do, if you find one that's been beat up and modified, you're going to pay $1,000 or more for that. And I think that's, I think we should have a discussion about it, maybe in the comments or something. Because what does that mean for us as guitar players? The girl that would go with you to the prom that, you always knew you could find somewhere, is $800 now. I mean, what does that mean for us? Are our instruments going to become so, quote, valuable that we're, terrified to, to do what somebody did in a couple places here? Actually, this one's not too bad. If you can, see, it doesn't, it's got a couple nicks and dents, but it's actually in pretty good shape. But, I mean, really, if my Epiphone Deluxe, when I think of it as a $350 guitar, then I don't mind just walking down the street and playing it, which I've done. I've just strapped an amp to my back and just walked down the street playing it at the beach. You don't care. But if all of a sudden it's a $1,200 guitar or a $1,500 guitar, maybe I don't want to strap it to my back and walk around town. Maybe I want to keep it in its case. Maybe it'll be worth $3,000 next year. I don't know. It presents us with some, with something to think about. And, what does that mean for us going forward? Our new guitars soon, are they going to reflect that inflation as well? It seems like the inflation's coming really fast in the used market. I haven't seen the sticker shock yet in the new market. But that's all I wanted to say about it. Hey, I'm happy I have myself a T-60. I have its original case. It's all in excellent condition. It's an example of something made in the United States. If I had to go, I don't know, into a riot with a weapon, this thing's pretty beefy. I would definitely take it with me. So I'll look for your comments, and you guys have a wonderful day.